Today, I want to make a quick video about the ARC Studio and give you 3 reasons why it's better than Sonarworks. So, speaker correction is an absolute must these days, not just for people who are working in untreated rooms, but in any room. This is probably the best studio I've ever had in my life. It's a big room and I treated it very well, and still I have a problem with around 75 hertz and also at 150 hertz. These are called room modes. These are just the resonances and peaks that every room will have according to its dimensions. That's going to be a long video if I'm going to go into that, so let's just leave it for now. And I've been trying to use Sonarworks for years because on paper it's good. It measures your speakers, it fixes it, and that should pretty much solve everything. But using it was really annoying because, like everybody else, I also use headphones. And if you have Sonarworks on your master as a plugin, it fixes your speakers, but it also changes the frequency response of your headphones, which means that every time if I had Sonarworks on my master, wanted to switch to headphones, I need to go to the master, bypass Sonarworks, headphones on, put the headphones down, turn Sonarworks on, and go back to work. And at some point I just got sick of it because it's really annoying. Also, there's always that thing that when you want to bounce and you forget that it's on, so like you got to stop the bounce because it tells you Sonarworks is on, and then you got to bounce again. It's just like this, it doesn't really make sense when it comes to the workflow. So the first advantage that ARC Studio has over Sonarworks is that it's a fixed thing. Like, it's outside of your computer, it's a little box, you put the correction profile into it, and you never have to worry about it changing the sound of your headphones. Your audio interface monitor output goes into that, and then it goes into the monitors. It does not affect your headphone output. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, in general, I'm not a very big fan of speaker correction over the whole frequency range. I like what it does to the bass because many rooms have bass problems and it's very hard to fix bass problems. But when it comes to the mid-range and the high mids, I always found it a bit phasey, a bit unnatural. And like, I work on a lot of singer-songwriter music. Vocals for me is everything. And I didn't like what it does to the vocals. So the nice thing about ARC Studio in comparison to Sonarworks is that you can choose the frequency range of the correction. You can just say, okay, I like how my speakers sound from 700 hertz all the way to 20K. I just want you to fix 700 hertz all the way down to 40, which is what I have set in my current setup. I don't correct everything above 700 hertz because I like the way my speakers sound when it comes to the mid-range, and I don't want to change that. And that was a big game changer for me. And the third thing that ARC Studio has that Sonarworks doesn't have is a corrective EQ. Now, Sonarworks allows you to do like a shelf, to add a shelf and stuff like that, but ARC Studio has a fully comprehensive EQ, so even if you're not super happy with the correction that was made, you can still boost. You know, I did that. Like, for example, after the correction, I'm like, I still need more bass. So I chose a tiny boost, like 2 dB at 40 hertz, and suddenly, you know, I feel the bass better. So you can take the correction, limit it to your frequency response, and then again do little EQ changes that will make the whole thing sound even better. So I hope you find this useful, and if you do, feel free to subscribe.